People think that parliamentary procedure is all about rules. It's not. It's about ensuring that the decision-making process is fair for everyone. Recently, I was working with a decision-making body, and the discussion reminded me of the most important idea behind parliamentary procedure. You see, when people make decisions together as a group, one tension comes to the forefront over and over again. And that tension is this: people want to participate, but the institution needs to come to decisions. People have the right to contribute, to share their ideas, their thoughts, their concerns, and their experience. But again, the organization is there to eventually reach decisions so that actions can be taken. And it's this tension between the individual and the institution, this constant search for balance that parliamentary procedure is there to help manage. And it's this tension, this search for balance, that we're going to explore a little further in this episode of Field Notes. So stay tuned. Join me, and we're going to jump in right now. You know, in many meetings, in most meetings, if not all meetings, members want the opportunity to speak. They want the opportunity to raise concerns, challenge assumptions, and share their ideas. But at the same time, the organization still needs to reach decisions. If everyone speaks endlessly, nothing gets decided. But if discussion is cut off too quickly, people feel unheard or that they've been overridden. This tension is exactly why parliamentary procedure exists. Parliamentary procedure exists to balance the individual participation of members with institutional efficiency, reconciling majority rule with minority rights in deliberative assemblies. Let's say that one more time because it's very important. Parliamentary procedure, it exists to balance individual participation with institutional efficiency, reconciling majority rule with minority rights inside of deliberative assemblies. So let's unpack what I just said. Participation versus efficiency. Participation means that members should be able to speak freely, that they should be able to question the proposals that are put forward by their colleagues, that they should be able to contribute ideas to the group. Efficiency means that the institution has to reach decisions and move forward to take action. Too much participation without structure ends up leading to drift, repetition, and quite frankly, paralysis. Too much efficiency, on the other hand, without participation, well, it leads to rushed decisions and it can lead to resentment from members. Procedure tries to balance these two bookends. It tries to prevent both the chaos and the steamrolling from taking place. Majority rule versus minority rights. So remember, majority rule allows decisions to be made. Minority rights protect the ability to question, to challenge, to influence those decisions. Without the minority rights, majority rule becomes dominance. But without majority rule, minority rights can become delay or obstruction. So now let's make the practical connection to parliamentary procedure, starting with recognition by the chair. And this recognition by the chair allows speakers to maintain orderly participation, and it helps avoid crosstalk or domination by a member or a faction of members. The motion process. Remember, motions are the engines of your meetings. And what they do is place a clear proposal in front of the group decision-making body. And what it does, it helps create a structured path from discussion towards decisions. And finally, amendments. Amendments allow minority perspectives to improve or reshape proposals without stopping the decision-making process entirely. Now, if you remember that the goal is balance, this tension that we've been talking about, then the rules stop feeling arbitrary and they start making a little bit more common sense. Those were just 3 items that connect us from the theory of balance to the practical nature of parliamentary procedure. I think what the clear takeaway is, the clear lesson, is that parliamentary procedure isn't about the rules. It's about keeping the decision-making process fair for all. The rules exist so that participation, efficiency, majority rule, and minority rights can coexist in the side of the same decision-making ecosystem. If you want to take a closer look into this tension between individual rights and group efficiency, I would suggest taking a look at my video, A Question of Balance. And I'll leave a link down in the description so that you can find that directly. Finally, this new series called Field Notes is where we can take a closer look at what real decision-making bodies can teach us about parliamentary procedure. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one.